Hello, and welcome to Unlocking Real Estate, My First Commission, brought to you by Calibri Real Estate. I'm your host, Tina Lapp. I've been in real estate education for over 30 years, and I'm passionate about helping individuals enter and thrive in their real estate careers.
Hey, and I'm Andrew Robinson, also with Calibri Real Estate. Welcome to this week's exciting episode. We're glad you could join us.
Do you want a career where you can be yourself? Listen in to this episode and learn from Yankun Zhen, who's making his name in real estate by being his authentic self, giving back to others, and personalizing lessons from everyone around him. Yankun started his new career strong, closing 14 transactions in his first year, on his way to becoming an RISmedia Rookie of the Year finalist and a Rising Star Award winner. Join us for this energetic episode to learn how Yankun got started, why he's so helpful, and his tricks for aspiring real estate agents.
Welcome to Unlocking Real Estate, My First Commission, where we dive into real stories, big wins, and early lessons learned from highly successful rookie real estate agents and brokers. This is the podcast where we explore how real estate transforms lives, one home at a time, by sitting down each week with a new agent or broker who has found incredible success in their first year. Your hosts are instructors and leaders at Calibri Real Estate School, one of the largest real estate educators in the nation, where we focus on helping people like you get started or find continued success in their careers.
Hi, we are here today with Yankun Zhen. Yankun, will you take a moment to introduce yourself, where you live, and what company you're with?
Hey, my name is Yankun Zhen. I currently live in Oakland, California. I'm with TeamFast under TeamFast Brokered by eXp Realty.
Thank you, Yankun. And what were you doing before you got into real estate?
Before I got into real estate, I finished college, San Francisco State University. It was sort of like I don't know, because it was, I went to college when it was COVID, so everybody was home. But towards the end of it, we got back on campus, fortunately, so it was pretty fun. But even before, so while in college, I had my own business. So I sold shoes, sneakers, high-end sneakers throughout to kind of support me. I never really, I did. So beginning of college, when I was at a community college, I worked at AT&T. So it was kind of like coming from a sales background already. Okay. And then before that, I was at Vans. So from Vans to AT&T, and then kind of resold sneakers from like middle school already. So went and bought and resold sneakers. That's how I kind of supported myself, and business kind of blew up, when pandemic kind of came along. I was just selling a lot of shoes, and then that's how I got through college. And then here I am, real estate.
So what inspired you to pursue a career in real estate? When did that thought sort of enter your mind? How'd you land there?
Yeah, so growing up, right? Growing up, barely having anything, because I'm an immigrant. So my parents and I came here when I was really young, probably like when I was in third grade. And my mom always just taught me to, kind of lend a helping hand out, like help as much as you can, without even like receiving anything. And that's all I was taught growing up. And then with the sales side of me just hustling growing up, it was just like, wow, I find that this career is super interesting, and I see how people build wealth throughout this career. And that's what I wanted to do, because for me, my parents don't even, own any real estate yet. And that's what I'm really working towards, just buying them a home. And then with the journey that I'm on now, being able to help others achieve their dream, being there to guide them through every step of the way is super, super rewarding to me. And that's just all I was taught, growing up with my mom. And she still help people, even though she don't get nothing back. And it's just like, wow, it's super, super rewarding.
Yeah. So you went to college and
Mm-hmm.
you're selling shoes
Mm-hmm.
and you decide to go into real estate. Was there a moment or a person that influenced that decision at the time? Like, when did you finally, kind of pull the trigger and do that?
It, I feel like it was just a good route for me to take because I had my own business. Like my entire life, I've been an entrepreneur. Like I always knew how to, kind of get on the next thing and learn it and be good at it. And here I am. Like I wouldn't say anybody really influenced me. I would just say that it was something that I wanted to do myself, and really anything that I really put my mind to, like I did kind of well.
You go do it.
Yeah.
So you come through college, so you've just done a bunch of education, and then you immediately go start, I'm assuming, real estate school to get your real estate license. Can you walk me through that process?
Yeah, so definitely once I finished college, I took some time off, I was like, okay, let me just enjoy, the summer really quickly. And then after that, I probably like took a month off and just, enjoyed going on vacation with friends and whatnot. And then once I got back, really just started my real estate courses on, is it Colibri?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so started my real estate courses on that, really just stuck through it. Like I'm literally where I'm at right now is where I did all my courses and did all my studying. So being interviewed on here right now is like, I would never even imagine that. Like you told me like 2 years ago that I'll be rookie of the year finalist. I'll be like, I don't know about that one.
And how long did it take you to get through the program?
Probably I would say like I was kind of like taking my time trying to learn everything and reading it through. So it took me a little bit longer than I would say average, just because I wanted to get, all the information down that it was needed and then, proceed from there.
Okay. And then how did you pick Calibri?
So I was, just curious, went on websites and just went on Google and just started searching. And then that one was like the first one that kind of popped up, and I looked into it, and I think it was doing the sales at the moment, college student coming out. I don't think, have much fun. So that caught my attention.
Yeah, no, totally. So you said you took your time, to get through. You really wanted to understand everything. Were there any other challenges you faced getting through the program?
Really wasn't any challenges because, it was during COVID kind of. So nobody was it even during COVID? I forget. No, it was like kind of 2.5 years ago now. So like kind of everybody was coming back out, but really I would just focus on getting this done. Like every day my routine was to wake up, go to the gym, come home, did the courses, studied, and that was really it. And then probably hang out with friends like afterwards at night or something. But that was really my days for like a good like 3-4 months.
No, 3-4 months is actually a little faster than a lot of people average. So you did well.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it took a while.
No, that's a good speed.
It's a great speed. And so you're selling your shoes, you're having fun with friends, you're getting through real estate classes. And what was your thought at that point in time? Like, what'd you expect going into your first year?
I really didn't really expect much, because going like the real estate industry, what I heard from people is that not a lot of people make it out, like I think it was like a 80-some% of failing rate. And I was just like, I was scared. Like, once I got into it, I was just like really new, but I like being in uncomfortable situations, because that's how I grow as a person. And I really didn't like, I did fear things because I remember being 4 months in, everybody that I started with was, like they did their first sale already or did their second sale already. And I was just sitting there like, wow, like how can I, to get something going? And it's just crazy because I remember even my first transaction, it wasn't really, big. It was a mobile home, but it was super, super rewarding because I got it done. Now I learned a skill set that not a lot of people know, because not a lot of people do mobile homes. And for me, like I said from the beginning, like I'm here to help people. I'm here to guide you through the process of whatever it is. Like, I know, it's money behind, towards the end of the transaction. I never really look forward to that. Like, I like the journey of it, and for my performances, if I deserve to get, that compensation at the end, then it's all me,
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
So how long between passing that test, right? That's the first hurdle you get through, to getting to your first close, to the first transaction. How long was that?
Yeah, so I got my license and I went ahead and just joined really one of the best teams, one of the biggest teams in the Bay Area, TeamFast. I don't know if you guys know, but I don't know if I think we're fighting with another team right now for being number one in EXP, but we'll get there. But but yeah, so I went ahead and joined them. Kenny Trung, he always tells me that I remind him when he was younger, how I hustle and everything. So it was just like a great team for me to be part of, because it's not many, younger people in this industry, and our team is just filled with, the energy that I like, the energy that the team provide is great, and everything above. And then with me passing my test, I think it took about 5 months for me to get my first deal.
Pretty good. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
5 months in, and it was just like, wow. And the ball just never stopped rolling after that.
That's fun, right? It's fun
Yeah.
when that happens.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
any memorable experiences, maybe funny experiences from your early days while you were still learning the business?
Wow. It's been a really fast 2 years. Fun experience. I mean, every transaction was fun to me, because I was there from the beginning to the end, and I have had clients who have family in the business and still chose me as their, agent, because of the person I am, because of the character I am. And I really appreciate that, like I'm in a career where I get to be myself, be helpful to others, and I get to have fun, doing this. So I love what I do.
That's great. And your energy is contagious, like that, really, really fun. So you joined a team. I assume they were your support system. Like, did you have a mentor? What did you rely on them for? How'd you navigate that your first year?
Yeah, so within my team, right? Yes, we are assigned a mentor. Shout out my mentor. Her name is Jennifer Oak, and she has been number one within our team for the past 4 years. I learned a ton from her, and not to mention, like, our team is full of like young energy. Like, I'm gonna just name a couple of people that I'm thankful for. Julie, Dewey, Peter, and one of my boys. Actually, we took our tests the same day and we passed the same day, and we joined the team the same day. Justin, like, we went to high school together. Like, we're really in this. Like, we're deep in this. And because of them, like, I learned a lot. Everybody is helpful on our team. We're open to collaborations all the time. So whenever there's like help needed, it was just like, wow, is there. Oh, I remember this one fun experience I had. I remember writing my first contract, and I sat in the office. I think it was about 8 o'clock when I started, and I was just calling people. Guess what time I left the office? It was a little past midnight, so it took 4 hours. I sat there and I learned everything, and that experience just really boosted of how well I understand the RPA now.
Oh, that's great. I mean, it's hard when you get started.
It is.
You don't.
Yeah, I'm like, what is all these lines?
Yeah, contracts, and they're not fun.
Yeah.
What were some of the biggest challenges you faced? I mean, besides seeing your peers closing deals after 4 months, what were the other biggest challenges you saw when you got started?
the biggest challenges, I feel like because of my age too, people really don't, kind of trust me because that like what people think about real estate, they think about like older people who's been in the industry for a while now, and it really sucks, like I'm young, I'm ready to learn, I'm ready to learn a new skill and do my best at it. And for the people that did give me a chance to help them out, I really really, like, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. And to be where I'm at now, like almost being like number one in my team, is like in the number one team in my brokerage, is like crazy. And really like appreciate everybody that put their trust in me, let me help them with the transactions, and just trust me overall.
So, you know, I, you're right. There's a lot of folks who are older, who are maybe more, senior and experienced in the game.
Mm-hmm.
How did you overcome that? Like, how did you convince people to trust you and to bring you their business?
Oh, my first year is when I did all the learning. Like, I learned from everybody, like what everything is, how everybody did their, how everybody did real estate. And I combined that into one, and I made it my style of real estate. Like I appreciate, the old timers, the ones that's been in the business for 20, 40, 50, 60 years, but I'm coming.
Love it. So, what marketing channels or techniques were effective for you? What has worked well?
Instagram, social media is one of the absolute best things that you could be in today's world of marketing. Instagram is not only free, but it gets you in front of people that you've never seen. Like, I've been taking Instagram serious for like about a year, like a little over a year now, and it's crazy. I walk out and I go to stores now. People are like, "Wow, I see your videos." I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And I get calls now from people wanting to sell their house. They call me, like yesterday, I just got off a call with somebody who wants to sell their house. And he was like, towards the end of the call, I asked him, I was like, hey, just out of curiosity, how did you find me and how did you get my number? He was like, I see your Instagram and I loved your videos. I loved your characteristic. And I was like, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, I get to be myself. I get to enjoy what I do, and like, it can't get better than this,
Cool. Kun, talk to me a little bit more about that. What are your videos on Instagram? What type of content are you posting?
Yeah, the type of content, I'm really just showing houses. Like every week, I'll go out with my videographer. He edits everything for me, man. Shout out my boy PJ. Like, he's been with me from the beginning. Like, me and him will go out, we'll pick a house, one of those nice houses, and we'll film, we'll walk through film, and we'll try to, bring up different ideas every time to see how I could get more, engagement within. And it's been wonderful. Like I said, Instagram marketing is free. You just have to put in the work to do it. And content wise, I want to, do other things, but for now, I feel like just property tours are it.
Okay. So, are you targeting any specific audiences? Are you just any certain niche markets that you're focused on?
Not really a niche market, because I'm a person who loves to help. I'm not picky of anything. I don't care about the price points. Like I said before, I'm just here to help. And whoever likes me, whoever wants my help, because I myself know I can't please everybody, and I'm not here to do so. So for the people that do find me and do, trust me within their real estate needs, I'm all for it.
So you've achieved success pretty quickly as a new agent, and congratulations on that, by the way. What do you attribute that to?
Everybody that has helped me, like from the start to now, like my mentor, everybody that's who helped me without even any returns is just like, wow, like this is amazing. And, you know, shout out my mom, you know, I would never be here and have the type of, how to say this, not energy, but the type of person I am, you know, just helping others relentlessly and not seeking any returns. Is just like, I watch her do it growing up, and now, you know, here I am.
So when you get out there, you're finding clients, how do you establish a relationship with them?
I don't come off salesy. I don't push people to do anything. I don't, nothing at all. You know, like I'm the type of person where I want to be your friend. Like I want to be there to help you, and I want to provide enough information for the next person to make an informational decision. And that's super, super important to me. Like at the end of the day, like this is one of the biggest transactions of people's lives. And for me to, I just hate like how people are super salesy when it comes to this. And it's just like, for me, I want to be there from the beginning to the end. I want to be your friend. Like call me at 9 a.m., like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. You know, I'll be there for you. Any questions you have, you know, because I want to provide you with the best service, the best information for you to make that decision.
With that kind of outlook, I imagine, you know, you've had a lot of interesting client interactions. Are there any stories that stand out to you that you'd like to share?
Oh man, one of it's a lot. Like all the transactions I did, it holds a special place in my heart. And let me like one that was really fun that I did this year was I don't know if you guys ever watched WWE. Mm-hmm. The wrestling show. I watched that growing up, and for me to be able to help a WWE wrestler get into a property, that was like a wow moment for me. I was like, whoa, like what? I'm really here right now. Like, yeah. Like the real estate world will bring you into a room that you could never have imagined, you know. And it was just like, it put me in a place where I'm like, wow, sky's really the limit.
No, it's so true. And I mean, you're in those rooms now, and you didn't believe you could be there 2 years ago. Where do you think you're going to be in 5 years?
Oh man, I get that question all the time, and it's just like I like to take things one things at a time. But 5 years from now, I don't know, it's hard, but I would love to own a home, you know. Own a couple of rental properties, you know, headed into the right direction of kind of building wealth for my family. I ultimately just want to retire my parents because they, you know, like what I said before, you know, we're immigrants. They never had anything. And, you know, my parents gave up everything so I could have everything. And now it's time for me to kind of work my butt off to, you know, give them everything back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're leaving today, but I just sent them on a 1 month vacation back home. So I hope they get to enjoy that.
Wow, I hope so too. I mean, in the spirit of giving, because it sounds like you have made that a central tenet to how you operate as a real estate agent. Do you have any tips and tricks that you'd like to share with aspiring real estate agents who might be listening?
Yeah. So I feel like all in, like that's really all it is. Like in this career is no joke. Like if for me this year, last year, you know, people tell me that I did really good, and you know, I did stuff that not a lot of real estate agents could do. But this year, 2024, I didn't take any vacations. I didn't take any break. Well, I did. I went down to Long Beach for a convention. It was a CAR convention because I won Rising Star. Only 1 out of 10 people win it every year. So I went down there to get my award, but that was like a weekend thing. So I really didn't take any time off this year. And it is crazy to see where my career is at now when I really just gave it 1 year, like all in. I don't know if I'm number one right now, but my team leader has been telling me like you're in the race, and I don't think anybody has came, kind of this close to being number one and taking the throne from my mentor, from her being,
Mm-hmm.
number one for 4 years straight. And I was just like, wow, this is crazy. Because I was just texting him yesterday, and he kind of sent me some numbers. The year's not over yet. We are in December. We got a couple of weeks left, so people still have pending transactions, but I'm still giving it my all. So I hope I could get there.
Oh, I hope you get there too.
Thank you.
Yeah, go get it, and congratulations on the Rising Star Award too. That's fantastic. So we're gonna have some fun. Jump into a lightning round. I'm gonna ask you a question. Some of it real estate related, some of it just about Kun and who you are.
Yeah.
60 seconds or less. Let's start with tell us about a book you've read that you'd recommend for the audience.
Atomic Habits.
Okay.
One of the greatest books ever. Like once you read it and understand it, it won't fail you.
Okay, that's great. If we had a time machine and you could go back to the day that you started this journey, what advice would you give yourself, or what might you do differently?
I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing at all, because that experience built me to who I am today, and I'm thankful for that.
That's beautiful. Cool answer. If you could have dinner with one person, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh man. Dead or alive, who would it be? I really don't know.
It's fair enough, Kun. You and I can have dinner, and clearly that's the answer.
Well, I mean, I would love to have dinner with probably like Warren Buffett or something, like, get some knowledge from him, because he's a successful entrepreneur, and any information I could get from him is like, wow, okay, yeah.
Yeah, your energy to seek to learn and understand and, learn from others. I think that's great. And I have no doubt you're going to continue to do so. Tell us about your day at work yesterday. How'd you spend your day?
Yesterday at work was pretty fun. I went and previewed a property for one of my clients, because he sent it to me yesterday, and they had a brokerage tour yesterday. So I went and checked it out. And then I told him, I was like, wow, you're going to be in love with this property. And then we went back again yesterday and toured it. So now we're trying to figure out a situation with his lending, because he has a VA loan, and VA has like some guidelines we had to follow because it is a duplex also. So we're trying to find ways around it. And then after that, I had an offer due date yesterday at 5 p.m. for one of my listings. So we received a couple of offers in, and then ratified towards the end of the night, negotiated a little bit. So got my sellers a little bit more for what they originally, offered. So that was a good thing. And yeah, that was pretty much my day.
Yeah, sounds like a good day in the real estate world. You were definitely
pretty good.
Yeah, great to hear. So where can listeners connect with you or follow your journey?
On Instagram. I swear to you, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know what I do on a daily basis. Like when I first wake up, I go to the gym. I do, a bunch of things throughout the day. Like, you'll know exactly what I'm doing on Instagram. And my Instagram handle is zen.realty, ZHEN.realty.
Perfect. Well, thank you for spending time with us today and sharing your journey. It's really exciting, the things that you've done, and I think our audience is going to be super enthused to hear your story.
I know. Look, anybody that's watching this, if you ever need any help with anything, please feel free to reach out. Like I said, it's enough in this industry for everybody, as long as you put the hard work in.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Kun.
No problem at all.
Thanks for listening to Unlocking Real Estate, My First Commission. We hope today's stories and insights gave you that extra spark to keep moving forward in your real estate career. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. It helps us reach more listeners like you. And don't forget you can watch this or other episodes on our YouTube channel. We'd also love to hear from you. Send your comments, key takeaways, or recommendations for future guests to unlockingrealestate@colibrirealestate.com.